welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right here, and I'm actually calling this my Thanksgiving tutorial because I just feel like this look is perfect for Thanksgiving. I mean, if you're me. If you're like a normal person, probably like a more natural look would probably be good. I love the way that this came out. It's very cranberry-ish with a lot of gold and a lot of warm colors, of course, because what else would I do? Especially for Thanksgiving. I feel like if there's any time for you to like warm colors, Thanksgiving is that time. My plan is for this video to go up on Thanksgiving Day, so if that actually was accomplished, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I'm sure you guys have so much to be thankful for, and I hope that you guys just really enjoy this day with your family. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then please just keep on watching. This is Teddy.
Jimmy.
Babe, shut up. Look at the camera. He doesn't want to look at the camera. I'm dog sitting. He's not mine, unfortunately. Look at his face. So starting off, we're going into one of my favorite palettes in the entire world, which is the Tarteist Pro palette. You guys know how much I love this palette, and we're mostly using, actually we're only using this palette for this look. So I'm grabbing the color Innocent, which is just like a really pretty peachy transition shade, and I'm using a Morphe blending brush just all throughout the crease, just to act as our transition shade, just like I just said, because we of course are working with a lot of red and warm tones, so we want to make sure that we have something that they can really blend into. So the next color I'm grabbing is the color Mod, which is a red shade, as you would assume. And I'm just going to take this with a more precise fluffy brush. This one is the Coastal Scents Pro Blending Fluff that you guys know I'm obsessed with. And I'm just going to work this a little bit more precisely into the crease. You definitely don't want to go too high with a red shade. That can look really weird really quickly. So that's why it's really important to have a transition shade down. Then I'm going to go in with that first fluffy brush that we use and just blend out the harsh lines that you will create with the red. The red will 100% create some harsh lines, so definitely make sure you have a brush handy to blend those out. Then the next color I'm going into is No Filter, which is the first purple shade that we're using. There's only two, so I don't know why I made it seem like there was so many, but I'm going to use this with a very precise brush. I believe this is the E45 by Sigma, and I'm just going to work this even more precisely into the crease. We're doing basically a smoky eye where the lid is going to be the deepest and it's going to fade upwards, so that's why we're building up color in our crease so that it can really look like a gradient. Then I'm going to go in with that second fluffy brush that we used with the red shade and just blend out any more harsh lines. There's so much blending in this look, just like there are in pretty much every single look that we do, you know. So now I'm going in with the color Vintage, which is like a pure white shade, and I'm just going to apply this on my brow bone just so that it really pops. Because we are working with such dark colors, I definitely want to make sure that this is prominent. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my lid shade. This is the color Vamp, which is the darkest purple that we're using, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my lid. You guys know how to apply stuff on your lid. The brush that I'm using is the MAC 242, as I'm sure you guys could have guessed, because it's my favorite flat brush. I think it's the only flat brush that I use ever because I love it so much. So you just want to make sure that it's really deep on the lid, because the darker your lid is, the more that gold liner is going to pop, which is exactly what I wanted, of course. So now I'm going to go ahead and start my liner. I'm going to take the black liner first. This is my NYX Matte Liquid Liner, which is my favorite. You guys know this already. This is not news. I will leave my how I do my wing liner video down in the description box so that you guys can check that out, because I am fast forwarding, but I have that video always linked down below, so don't even worry. Now I'm going in with the gold liner just right on top. I've used this gold liner in like 100 tutorials, and I just used it recently in one of my tutorials, but I can't help it. I love this liner. This is the NYX Crystal Liner in Crystal Gold. I'm just applying this right over my liner, and don't worry if you get it on your black liner. You can always touch up the black liner. You can always touch up either one, really. So if you mess either one up, you can just touch it up. It's not really a big deal. So I'm just going right over the liner, just being careful not to get it all over that large mole. You know, I think we need to come up with a name for her. Then I'm going to move on to concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Tan Sand. I'm just going to apply this everywhere. You guys always see me conceal, which is under my eyes and center of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And I'm blending it out with a dry beauty blender this time, just because I was way too lazy to get it wet. Honestly, it works so much better if it's wet. Don't let me fool you. It's really kind of annoying when it's dry. Now I'm going to go ahead and bake. I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, also with that dry beauty blender. Even the powder applies better with a damp beauty blender, which is weird. You wouldn't think that it would, but it really does. So definitely wet your beauty blender. Don't be lazy like me. Now I'm just wiping away that powder, of course, because we are not leaving the house like that. Can you imagine? I kind of used to, I'll be honest with you. I used to do some really weird stuff. You guys know if you've seen my older videos. Yeah. So now I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline. I'm using NC15 NW20 Chromographic Pencil by MAC just to open the eyes up a little bit. I didn't want to use white because I felt like that'd be too stark, but I felt like this flesh tone color was perfect. So I just popped that in the waterline. Then I'm going to take the color Punk, which is a black shade, a matte black shade in the palette. I'm using a Sigma E20 brush, I believe. It's like the small smudger brush, something like that. I don't really know. I think it's the E20. And I'm just going to run this right underneath where I applied the waterline color, just so that it really pops. I used like the deepest color in the palette just so that you can really tell like this is a flesh tone pencil. And there it is. Now I'm going to go into the color Mod, which is that very red cranberry color that we used. And I'm just going to blend that out with a pencil brush. This is the Sigma E30 brush. One of my favorite pencil brushes, but this is not news to you. I know you know this. I'm just going to blend it out so that it doesn't look just like a harsh line. It looks a little bit more smoky because I really wasn't going for that look today. I'm usually not going for it, but I mean, who knows? Sometimes maybe I will. Who knows? Now I'm going in with my mascara. This is the Extended Play Lash by MAC. Just applying it to my top lashes to prep them for falsies and my lower lashes as well. My falsies that I'm using today are my favorite falsies ever. If you guys follow my channel, you know what they are. They are the Nubounsom Bella lashes. They are so beautiful. However, they are kind of like intense for this look. I was gonna say dramatic, but they're really intense. They kind of do cover up the liner a little bit, so I would suggest maybe something a little bit less psycho, but you know me, I don't know what a normal lash really is. Now I'm just gonna highlight my inner corner. I'm using King Tut by Jeffree Star, and if you can hear the dog barking in the background, I'm sorry, he is just a little out of control this morning. But I'm just highlighting my inner corner with this because it's very cold. Wow, it's very gold, which just matches really well with this look, so I figured it'd be perfect. And then of course I'm just applying my other lash because who do I think I am, leaving the house with only one lash? Now to contour, I'm going to grab my favorite contour kit. You guys already know the obsession with this. I have not put it down since I got it. This is the Tarte and Makeup Shayla Contour Palette, and I'm using the Baby Nars Eda brush because I just think it's so cute and small. And I'm just gonna contour like you guys always see me contour, nothing special, nothing crazy. Then to bronze, I'm grabbing my Dark Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced. I really need to find a new bronzer that I love, so if you guys have any recommendations for bronzers, leave it down below because I just feel like there is nothing that compares to this bronzer. I love it. So I'm just taking my MAC 135 maybe brush, and I'm just gonna bronze up my skin and kind of blend out my contour a little bit with this. Then I'm just going to clean up under my contour just because I felt like it was looking a little jacked up. I'm not going to lie. It was looking a little crazy. So I just took some of that Laura Mercier powder and just popped it right underneath. Then for blush, I'm using the blush from the contour palette, which is also one of my favorite blush colors. I just think it just works so well on my skin tone, and with this really warm look, I can't get enough. I would wear this every single day, to be honest with you. I think I have, actually. So, you know. Then to contour my nose, I'm going to use the same color that I use to contour my cheeks, which I usually don't do. But I've been experimenting a lot with nose contouring lately. I'm trying to figure out what I like, what I don't like. So if my nose contour looked a little weird in like a couple of videos, just know I'm trying to get it down. Then to highlight, of course, I'm taking my favorite King Tut by Jeffree Star. This is my favorite highlighter in the history of mankind. And of course, I'm using my favorite brush, which is the Morphe M501. I will never get enough of this brush. I know a lot of people kind of really loved it and then moved on, but I'm still on it. I don't feel like I'm ever going to be off it. So I'm just going to use this to highlight, of course, and then I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow and down the bridge of my nose just to make that nose contour really pop and make my nose look really skinny and cute. Then I'm gonna dust away that powder because, again, we're not leaving the house like that. It's not cute. I feel like when you put powder underneath your contour, you really have to make sure you dust it away. Of course, whenever you put powder on, you want to make sure you dust it away, but definitely for underneath your contour, because it's just, it would look really crazy if you didn't. Then I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm using Love Bite Lip Pencil by Kylie Cosmetics. And I originally planned on doing like a berry tone lip, and then after I lined my lips, decided not to. So it's gonna look a little weird. I don't know where I was really going with it, but I feel like it worked out fine in the end. So I'm just gonna line my lips with this, and then I decided to use this mini melted matte liquid lipstick by Too Faced. This is the color Sellout. And then you can see there's like a ginormous difference in color. So I did try to make it a little ombre-ish, and then I decided, let's just put some gloss on top because, I mean, it'll look cute with gloss. That's what I thought. So I took the color Damn Gina by Khloe Cosmetics in collaboration with Khloe Kardashian. Did I say Khloe Cosmetics? Kylie Cosmetics in collaboration with Khloe Kardashian. And once you've got your lips done, then this look is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this and enjoy your Thanksgiving. See you guys next time. Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a tutorial on this very purple glittery cut crease that I'm wearing right now.